soul.
I've heard the call. Torn into doubt, farewell.
What's the matter? I'm just a frail scholar. Insanity! Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things! As you can see, I'm just a frail scholar. Sink into insanity! Look, the show has begun. With this divine power, I extract the world's purity to reforge all things! Straight to the soul.
Is that all?
What's the matter? Sink into insanity. Look, the show with this divine power, I extract the world's purity to reforge all things. To the soul. Straight to the soul. What's the matter? Look, the show has begun. With this divine power, I extract the world's purity to reforge all things! Insanity! I'm just a frail scholar. Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things! To the soul! What's the matter? Insanity!
Step up, let's see ya! Is that all? Serenity is before me!
I'm just a frail scholar. Look, the show has begun. With this divine power, I extract the world's purity to reforge all things!
This mortal form. I will walk with you, watch over you, and guide you on your path!
As you can see, I'm just a frail scholar. Sink into insanity. Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things. To the soul.
I'll overcome the thorns. Torn into doubt, farewell.
What's the matter?
This ends here.
Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things. Insanity.
Ah, yes. I remember you. Your performance at Herta's space station was adequate, I suppose. No wonder that gambler likes you so much. Don't try to emulate that gambler's penchant for attempting to be overly clever. I'll let it go this time, but this won't happen again.
Hey, was?
Very well. The Charmony Festival is about to commence soon. Take advantage of this unique opportunity. A blend of work and play is essential for superior knowledge absorption. The executives of the IPC and the Guild say that we are strategic partners. Yet, from my perspective, I am invariably the teacher, and he, along with you and every other individual, is the student. From this perspective, Aventurine isn't what you'd call an ideal student. Yet, he's also not utterly obtuse. Alas, the void within him can never be filled by talent and knowledge. Let's hope he doesn't turn into a philosophical zombie. Saying such a thing merely indicates that you have not truly grasped the essence of learning. The principle of balancing work and relaxation is scientifically grounded, with the relevant proof process detailed on page 21 of the 31,467th issue of the academic journal Star Caesar. Acquiring knowledge aims to enhance living. Don't invert priorities like those dolts at the Guild. Then you'll excuse me. I detest noisy gatherings, as they intrude upon my thoughts. What a waste of time.
Well, if it isn't my old friend. It hasn't been long, and yet, here we are again. How are you? That's what I thought. I heard you guys pulled off a big stunt, cutting down the Oak family in one fell swoop. Such a pity I couldn't be there, or else I would have lent a helping hand. Look how bustling this ship is. Not bad. Someday when I'm less tied up, I plan to host a grand party on my eco-ship, and you'll all be on the guest list. Transform? What are you saying? Oh, I understand now. You're referring to Aventurine's cornerstone, right? Sorry. Compared to him, my ability is not as visual. Guess there is no harm telling you. The abilities of the 10 Stonehearts as cornerstones are all different. Some can even read your thoughts, grasp your desires. So, be careful. Now that I think about it, it was good that Branya got there when she did in Belobog. If she came any later, we probably wouldn't have ended up as friends. Look how bustling this ship is. Not bad. Someday when I'm less tied up, I plan to host a grand party on my eco-ship, and you'll all be on the guest list.
What services do you require?
A melodious sound that soothes the soul.
We meet again, my dear friend. Your journey of the beauty is even more elegant than mine. My most sincere regards to you. How could it be?
The beauty holds no bias. My words are fair and just. I have heard of your valiant deed in leading others to vanquish the omen of evil. Though the tale bears a tinge of regret. You have undoubtedly championed beauty and justice. May Adrilla smile upon you. If an admirer of the beauty gets lost in the pursuit of power, they risk descending into the omen of evil, a form which is neither human nor beast. Although Mr. Sunday did not cross paths with the path of beauty, his actions were no different from the omen of evil. A lamentable soul lost on the path of righteousness. Truly a matter of deep regret. I'm ashamed to admit, Anna's dream was too realistic. I couldn't bear to bid farewell to a fallen friend who had long turned into a beast. I lingered in that illusory dream for far too long. His voice and smile were too vivid. I didn't pass the trial of beauty this time, spending too much time in self-reflection over my own hesitation. Yet I wish for Adrilla to remain my beacon, a banner for me to strengthen my determination for the beauty. Thank you. Then may the beauty always be with you. Thank you, and may the beauty always be with you. Thank you, and may the beauty always be with you.
Bring us another victory, Captain.
Yeah! Yeah! This looks way cooler than when you were using a baton.
A day of peaceful repose.
I tripped and fell right here.
What happened to Penacony? Watch your friend of the IPC. Don't you dare embarrass me.
Hey there, lively lady. Welcome to the Bona Jade Exchange. What should I call you? Not a bad name. Just lacking in virtue. So, Miss Sunday, what do you wish for? And what are you willing to sacrifice for it? Oh, this is your wish. Sounds simple enough. Very pragmatic. Then, let's discuss the cost. I wouldn't be too worried. To fulfill this wish, the thing I need is simple. The tail of an animal. Well, it's a two-legged animal with black fur, a round head, and long ears. It's omnivorous and is prone to mood swings. Most importantly, it has mastered the human language and can communicate. Bring its tail to me as collateral, and your dreams will come true. May fate bring us together again, Miss Trailblazer.
Was? Sie meint Pom-Pom. Nein, oder? Wie viel Crit Rate will er noch haben, Digga? Übertreib doch nicht. Was, Tina?
Misery and bliss, the same no matter where you go.
The festival hasn't started. Let's take a quick break.
Hi, we meet again.
Who's that?
It's really you! I knew I didn't get the wrong person. It was you. I saw you opening treasure chests, hitting balloons, and playing dreamy slots. I don't think I'm mistaken, right? There's still some time before the Charmony Festival starts. Do you want to chat? Two murder cases, a showdown with the IPC's ambassadors, the legacy of the Nameless, and a remnant of the Order who dreams of creating a paradise in place of the Eons. You guys even ended up shattering the dream. It's truly been quite a vacation. It's a good thing that you guys managed to overcome all those difficult problems. Congratulations! After the Charmony Festival's opening, will you guys be leaving again? There will always be somewhere. After all, you guys are on the path of the Trailblaze. Before joining the Stellar Run Hunters, Elio told me that this journey will tell me how to live on. That's all he said. As for the rest, it's up to me to find out. So, I'll pay extra attention to any leads that will let me live on. This trip to Penacony is no different. Yes, initially I thought the answer might lie with the riddle of the Watchmaker. I was looking in the wrong place, but I did reap some rewards. Do you know Miss Jade from the IPC's Strategic Investment Department? Bonajade Exchange belongs to her. She told me her price, but... I know. But what she wanted wasn't my answer either. Of course, I want to live on. But... what fate owes me? I want it paid back, not passed on. No one else should be involved because this is a grudge between me and fate. Speaking of which, actually, I feel that I still owe you a formal apology for that matter with the performer of the Iris family. Even the smallest of lies can turn into a betrayal as sharp as a blade. I'm sorry. Really? Then it seems what Kafka taught me was correct. To me, hiding is much easier than being honest. Yet, I still want to try expressing my emotions as any ordinary person would.
It's that girl! Get moving! Arrest that criminal before the Charmony Festival's opening ceremony starts!
I can't believe they've chased me this far. Looks like we have to say our goodbyes. Don't worry about me, just go and enjoy the ceremony. The script hasn't reached its end yet. We will meet again.
I hope she's okay. But if it's only those two hounds again, she'll probably be fine. I'll send a message later to check in on her. Let's go attend the Charmony Festival first. Let's take a seat here. Everything is settled. But there's still some time left. Maybe I should take a walk. Forget it. I've done enough walking around already. Let's take a seat and rest for a while. Looks like I don't have to worry about her. Let's wait for the opening ceremony to start.
Wow! It's Miss Robin! Hey, Miss Robin!
Hey, Miss Robin!
Over here, Miss Robin! Miss Robin! Miss Robin!
Miss Robin!
Glory to the family! Miss Robin! Glory to the family! Glory to the family! I'm your biggest fan, Miss Robin!
Distinguished guests, fellow family members, ladies, gentlemen, and friends from all over the cosmos. It's a pleasure to join you all in celebrating the grandest ceremony of the Amber Era, the Charmony Festival. Firstly, on behalf of the Penacony family's 5 major lineages, and on behalf of myself, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to all our guests. As you all may have noticed, this year's Charmony Festival is far from regular. Thanks to the efforts of everyone, this celebration is unprecedented in scale, with factions from across the cosmos in attendance. Not only that, the customary opening ceremony held at the Penacony Grand Theater has now moved to the Radiant Feldspar, the very airship you all stand upon. We invite you to express your warmest applause and deepest appreciation for OT Alfalfa, head of the Alfalfa family, for his selfless devotion to the Harmony's cause. What makes this festival so uniquely significant? As is widely known, the Radiant Feldspar had to halt its voyage due to an anomaly in the Sweet Dream, sparking widespread discussion in the 12 Hours. Thanks to the hard work of Penacony's internal and external factions, we've finally gotten the Dreamscape back on track, just in time for the Charmony Festival. And as they say, good things come in pairs. The Charmony Festival not only celebrates this achievement, but also marks the relaunch of the Radiant Feldspar. And finally, the last reason. Does everyone remember the Watchmaker? In truth, the family has poured their efforts into this festival just to commemorate this legendary luminary. The father of Penacony, Mikhail Char Legwork, one of the legendary Nameless who laid the foundations of Penacony. In the most bewildering times of the planet of festivities, it was he who descended from the sky with his companions, who taught us through trailblazing where freedom lies. It was also they who led the vanguard in the pioneering of the Dreamscape, in exchange for what is now known as the Paradise of Harmony. It can be said that Penacony's splendid success today is deeply rooted in the trailblazing ethos the Watchmaker planted within us. Only by honoring this trailblazing spirit can we fulfill our mission and spread harmony to a broader audience. Aww, that's so nice of her. She's talking about us.
Obviously. Wait, why does that seem so ominous?
And now, the sweet dream is back on track. All thanks to the Trailblaze, of course. If it weren't for everyone on the Astral Express, we wouldn't be able to successfully host this Charmony Festival. Thus, with unanimous consent from the 5 major lineages, Penacony's family, on behalf of all family members throughout the cosmos, offer a token of appreciation to the Nameless.
Oh, I wonder if it's gonna be a big one!
We will transfer ownership of the Radiant Feldspar to the Astral Express. A meager appreciation that we hope you will accept with grace. Let us gift our applause and cheers to these brave and dauntless Nameless.
Warte, was?
We will transfer ownership of the Radiant Feldspar to the Astral Express. A meager appreciation that we hope you will accept with grace.
Nameless! Nameless! Nameless!
And now, I propose a toast to harmony, to the Trailblaze, to the future of Penacony and the universe, and to the generous Alfalfa family head, Mr. Cheers! Cheers!
To make a decision like that. This little bird is no less capable than her brother.
All's well that ends well. Right. But have you forgotten someone, my gray-haired friend? I put a bomb on this ship. You have 10 minutes to find it. Better hurry.
When did this get shoved into my hands? There are still so many bombs. Now is not the time for the plot payoff. I can't handle this alone. Time to create a group and inform everyone. All set. Let's start following the plan. At least I made some progress. Gotta keep working at it.
We meet again. I am Penacony's famed detective. Got yourself into a pickle? I'm more than happy to help. But unfortunately, I'm preoccupied with a couple of unsolved cases. So, you'll have to waste your turn. Bob. It completely slipped my mind. Dr. Boom specializes in explosives. I need your help, miss. You've had quite a few run-ins with Dr. Boom. And with the recent bomb situation, you're bound to find evidence that proves Dr. Boom is the killer. The first case is the Soulglad factory arson case. We found a hammer, a doll, and half a liter of unidentified fluid at the scene of the crime. Our forensics results showed it's a red herring. The second case is the Blue Hour auction robbery. A gang of masked thugs broke in, stole a fragment of the Astral Express, and left behind a large hammer, a doll. Welcome to the Radiant Feldspar, good lady. I'm a dangerous bomb, and an outlaw who despises law and order. May you have a splendid day. Thank you, miss. But courtesy doesn't hide my hazardous lunacy. If you're unconvinced, let me show you. Go fudge yourself, you muddle fudger! Thank you, miss. But courtesy doesn't hide my hazardous lunacy. If you're unconvinced, let me show you. Go fudge yourself, you muddle fudger! To be frank, I didn't become an outlaw because I'm a fudging bomb. It's because I'm the fudging owner of an ancient, mad, forbidden curse. Care to experience it? I can chant it for you. But Miss Sparkle won't be responsible for any of the consequences. Oh, are you scared, little fudgehead? It's too late, I tell you. You've already opened Pandora's box. The ritual is ready. Perk up your ears and listen closely to the most ancient, primal fear etched into the very fudging genes of humanity. Boomska, boomska, little sparkles! Boomska, boomska, little sparkles! You finally arrived, oh great gray-haired little one. I'm the constable around these parts, and right now, I'm posing as a bomb. You don't like it? Fine. I'm now the bomb demon then. Satisfied? If not, you'll just have to make do. Alright. Now that you've found me, it's my turn to complete my mission. Next, I'll count down from 5 and then explode. 5, 4, 1. Did I miss a number? Oh, so it is. No matter though. I've never learned how to count before. I mean, Bomb Demon Doll has never learned how to count. I'm not even a real bomb. Was it surprising? Shocking? Horrifying? No. Really? Fine. That's too bad then. You really haven't learned how to win a pro. actor. You can call me the Director Doll. I often use this name in film credits. If you didn't know, I'm the one who directed the entire farce in Penacony. As the leading lady of the show, what did you think? Feel free to share your thoughts. Well, actually, due to the current plot requirements, you're only allowed to say one line. So please try and resist the urge to share your thoughts. Sunday, who's that? Since you're done asking questions and I'm done answering, according to the script, I must reveal to you the fact that there's no bomb here at all, thus causing you to want to kick yourself for spending this whole time listening to me prattling on, after which we will part ways. But don't fret, I've also prepared a gift for you. A dream bubble that has the thrilling life and death moments I shared with the beautiful memo keeper. If you haven't seen it yet, you should hurry up and look for Dr. Edward.
Not much time left. I hope I make it.
Oh, by the laughter! To think you've seen through my disguise this quickly! Honestly, my dear Miss Greyhair, you're just like a ferocious pangolin in Madame Susan's bedroom. Keep your shirt on. Keep your shirt on. A watched pot never boils, miss. A watched pot never boils, miss. I'm on to you. You're here because you accepted bribes from the duplicitous and corrupt leader of that Sparkle gang. The scoundrel who wants to become mayor of Sparkle City. Blazing Bro! This evil city has fallen into depravity. As the sheriff doll, I cannot idly stand by and do nothing. And now, only this imaginary neutron bomb can completely cleanse Sparkle City of your ilk. If you wish to defeat me, you'll have to face off against the great Sparkle's dogs. They're my fiercely loyal companions, and you'll never defeat them.
name of Len, a will forged in ice never falters!
Curiosity, endless riddles. Nothing but a void.
Nice second, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Expand your thinking. Watch it crumble.
It ain't over.
Wanted to doubt farewell. This mortal will watch over you and guide you on your path.
Open sesame. To think I was defeated by the despicable underling of Blaze and Bro. You'll never get away with this. Because I'm just an adorable doll. Not some imaginary neutron bomb. We meet again. I never thought I'd see you here. I'm currently on this luxury cruise ship enjoying Penacony's consumer-friendly sugar-coated cannonballs. What about you? Are you just seeing the sights? Bomb? Gosh, I'm not a bomb. I'm a heliobus, originally from the Lafu's Fixtural Garden. I'm passionate about researching Xianzhou subcultures, but I've slowly come to realize that Xianzhou subcultures also have their limits. I forgot what happened. But anyway, I ended up in Penacony. I wanted to study a subculture that is completely different from the Xianzhous. And boy, it's really been an eye-opening experience. That is, if I had eyes. I've come to realize the people here don't treat subcultures as actual culture. They call them Yes, meme, that's it. They even have forms. I'm good friends with a meme with sharp teeth and claws. It's very interested in the Xianzhou Videodera culture. I gave it a Xianzhou name, and it was delighted. Oh, speaking of which, I should go and look for it. Mimi the monster has an explosive temper, and it's never been very patient. I hope you can find the real sugar-coated cannonball, bomb. Bye-bye.
Is that a firefly?
"28 minutes, 46 seconds. 28 minutes, 45 seconds.
You're here! Don't come close! This bomb is very dangerous. And I'm the real Firefly! Since you're here, I'll just keep it short. Just over half an hour ago, I received a message from an unknown sender and rushed here as soon as I could.
27 minutes, 52 seconds. 27 minutes, 51 seconds.
The Sweet Dream has lost the protection of the Order. If it were to blow up here, the consequences would be unfathomable. I've scrutinized it for a long time, but the bomb's design is incredibly unique, as if it's been locked by some mysterious path force. Apart from its creator, I fear no one knows how to deactivate it. You mean the Watchmaker's guests? That's a pity. Based on my experience, I don't think any of them can turn the tide on this situation. The Memo Keeper may be able to teleport the bomb to a deserted location, but I have found a note inside the doll. I don't know what grudges they have, but this path is a dead end, too. Actually, there might be another way. Do you still remember? The script said that I will experience death 3 times in the Land of Dreams. I think this moment heralds the 3rd time. You may already know that I have no way of evoking dreams. I employ a Stellaron Hunter's special method in order to enter dreams instead. This allows me to perform feats that typical dream chasers can't. As long as I can bear the pain of the Memoria pressure, I'll be able to dive into the primal memory zone beyond the dream and extend a lifeline to the Radiant Feldspar. I will take this bomb into the depths of the dreamscape, as deep as possible, where there are no living souls around. That way, at least no one will get hurt. Don't worry. I believe that this Firefly armor will be enough to take me to where I need to go before the countdown ends. And maybe even make it back safely. At present, this is our best and most logical course of action. After all, a long story deserves a happy ending. I have some words to share with you, though they were spoken to me by Miss Acheron. She said that the so-called impossible is merely something that is yet to happen. At the moment, there are so many things that seem impossible, but are they really never going to happen? Maybe it's just that the moment to disprove these impossibilities hasn't arrived yet. Whether it be a literal ending, suffering akin to death, or a harrowing deathscape. Before the appointed destination arrives, they are all the same. Yet I can still make myriad choices. I also firmly believe that when that moment arrives for us to make a choice, the answer to our end will already be within our hearts. It is not destiny that shapes us, but we who shape destiny. The Astral Express and the Stellaron Hunters are like light and shadow. We walk on different paths, intertwined, moving forward and growing together. Maybe the end is predestined, but it is not today.
Since things are going too well, let's speed up the countdown.
Human life is short, just like fireflies to a flame. So if you have an answer in your heart, always remember, don't leave with any regrets. We have this right, don't we?
Since you care so much about other people's safety, why don't you go take a closer look?
You see, everything is possible in this land of dreams. We each came here with our own goals and realized them in unimaginable ways. Regardless if the result was a sweet illusion or a bitter reality. It was an answer we longed for, day and night. So, why do people choose to slumber? I think it's as you said. Because in the end, we will wake up from our dreams.
When I arrived, I happened to see a child holding it. He said the flowers were prepared by Aunt Jessie for the watchmaker and the war comrade he'd missed his whole life. When I arrived, I happened to see a child holding it. He said the flowers were prepared by Aunt Jessie for the watchmaker and the war comrade he'd missed his whole life. Mikhail would place 2 bunches of flowers here year after year. And after he left, it became 3. Your wishes will always be remembered by someone. Now, Penacony, as you hoped, has welcomed the dawn after a long, dark night. The path forward may not be a bed of roses, but at least people are prepared to step forth towards freedom. Tiernan, you can go home now. While the Nameless are also preparing for the next stop of their voyage.
But before leaving, we still have one last thing to do.
Fuck!
It is my honor. I've said many goodbyes. Yet I am glad that this is the first time I speak these words with a smile. But before leaving, I'm sure you all have plenty to say to the Nameless of the past. A fitting end to the tale of the departed. One could not ask for a better farewell. Go on. They're all here.
Honestly, when I heard the conductor's request, I was pretty surprised. The Nameless. Those who trailblaze, doing good deeds but never seeking recognition. After all this time, how would we even find those 3 people in such a vast place like Penacony? But it seems, in the land of the dreams, anything is indeed possible.
History may not remember the names of the dead, but the stars will attest to their journeys. The first glimmer of light in the prolonged night often illuminates little, as it is fleeting in the darkness too vast. But because of this, people will remember. As long as something shines in the night sky, then when the first star falls, countless more will follow, streaking across the horizon.
Brooklyn Tiernan, Rosalina J. and Estella, we raise a toast to you, trailblazers of the Silver Rail. A toast to history that no longer remains silent. The passionate and courageous pursuit, and a voyage that traverses the stars.
That statue. It wasn't here last time.
Looks like this is the last riddle that Mr. Gallagher left for us. In the end, we still failed to figure out his true identity, or if he was even a living person.
What should I say? I mean, this guy is definitely a history fictionologist, all right. I'm suddenly reminded of the time at the theme park when he said he was only 13 years old. Could that have meant something too? Either way, he's an enigmatic character for sure. At least our journey together in Penacony was real enough. And his loyalty and love for this land must have been real too, right? Gallagher, we raise a toast to you, the slumbering hound. To the festival's invitation, to all lies and the singular truth. If we ever meet again, please don't talk in riddles. If we ever meet again, please don't talk in riddles.
Is the Astro Express ready to depart Penacony?
Apologies, Mr. Mika, that we are only now bidding you farewell.
Oh, that's all right. You've all done so much for the Watchmaker, and we are forever indebted. Allow me, as the representative of Dreamflux Reef, to make another toast to all the Nameless.
What will the people of Dreamflux Reef do now?
Many will continue to live here. Those accustomed to being awake will mostly have a hard time getting used to a life of darkness with their eyes closed. Though the order has faded, there must be someone to watch over this primal memory zone. Penacony's nights are long, and there are many who are still far from a good night's sleep. As for the sweet dream over there, we're still managing without it, aren't we?
Mika and residents of Dreamflux Reef, we raise a toast to you, watchers of the long dream. To your tenacity throughout time, to each sorrowful night, and to the dawn that is finally upon us.
In the end, we still came full circle. This trailblazing expedition started from the moment you and a bellboy ran into each other. After going on a journey of many twists and turns, they still ended up where they started. Just like a clock's hands that turn round and round, the start and end of each day will always land on 12 o'clock. The advent of time moving forward. There shouldn't be much left to say. This entire adventure started because of you, and should naturally end with you. And then, a new page will be turned. Mikhail Char Legwork, we raise a toast to you, watchmaker of the land of the dreams, nameless of the Astral Express. To Penacony's past, present, future, and the child's unwavering dream unto death.
With that, our duty as Nameless should be complete, right?
The Trailblaze can illuminate the way. But ultimately, the future of a world belongs to those who live in it.
I still feel that Mr. Mikhail must have really wanted to witness this day himself.
What's on your mind, March?
Just a strange feeling. I had it a few stops ago, but it's super strong this time.
Why not talk about it? Maybe everyone's thinking the same thing.
I can't help but think that whether it's Mr. Mikhail, Mr. Tiernan, or Madame Rosalina, their lives must have been long, and they must have experienced plenty of stories. They were also young once, stumbling and bumbling around just like us, getting into scraps and mischief, that sort of stuff. Companions, enemies, journeys, adventures, all the sad and happy memories. The everyday that we're used to, they've lived through them too. But those things are all in the past. It's rare that I'm this serious. Can't you just humor me for once? Sheesh. It'll be easier to understand if I use an analogy. Like when you're reading a book. If one of its characters keeps running into obstacles and experiences an ending full of regrets, we're bound to feel a bit mixed about it, right? Because we've seen every nook and cranny of their lives, we see these people as special. So, even if there are parts of it that aren't really realistic nor logical, we still hope that their story gets a good ending when it comes. But what if they and we aren't really that special? When Mr. McHale sat in this chair, waiting for the Astral Express to arrive every day, what was he thinking? And if, at the end of his life, he could still firmly say he had no regrets, then what is this regret we feel in our hearts right now?
I think each and every one of us is searching for the answer to this very question. The universe is vast, and our lives are but specks. The trailblaze never ends, but against the backdrop of the cosmos, the average person's lifelong journey is merely a short stretch. But it is in this minuscule distance that paths cross and countless worlds connect. The universe may not remember every person who leaves a tie along the Silver Rail, but we will. As long as we remember, their stories will never end. And what Mr. McHale has left for us is his answer to this very question. It may not be perfect, but it left a smile on this storied, jaded old Nameless's face at the end of his life. And its meaning will be interpreted by those who come after us.
It's not the answer that's important, but what we can learn from others' answers, right?
This is what trailblazing is.
Sure. I'm really sorry for bringing down the vibe. Quick, Don Hung, tell us a dad joke to lighten the mood.
It's never a bad thing to reflect. One day, we'll all have to face our own farewells.
But before that, we still have a long way ahead of us together.
So the most important thing right now is to tell the conductor what we saw in Penacony. Then prepare ourselves for our next trailblazing destination.
I should get back to the Express. Or maybe I could say my final goodbye to Acheron.
That's all you got?
Never seen perfection before? Open sesame.
Is that all? Seek and you shall receive. Serenity is before me.
Expand your thinking.
This ends here.
Open sesame.
fruits of a long journey.
Expand your thinking.
Nice, like my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Torment and doubt, farewell. This mortal form, watch over you and guide you on your path.
Curious and endless riddles. Nothing but a void. Open sesame. Glimpse the unknown.
This ends here.
In the mood for another beating? It ain't over.
Helpless as ever. Expand your thinking.
Seek and you shall receive. Hope you're prepared. A vast journey awaits. Venture and observe.
Yo, it's you! You're interested in the supernatural, right? Lucky for you, I just finished editing my stream. It's all the proof you need. But before you watch it, I gotta ask you a question. Do you believe in ghosts? That was me copying video titles from the hottest streamers on the Luofu. I heard they help attract more viewers. Enough chit-chat. Look, this is the weird stuff that happened yesterday when I was streaming in Fixtral Garden.
What's up, guys? Little Gwei here. We've come to the scariest, most haunted place in the Luofu, Fixtral Garden. Don't forget to like, follow, and share, or else I'm gonna chicken out. They say there's been paranormal activity. You're such a scaredy cat. You said you'd protect me. How do I stab somebody that's never body?
floated right out to us, and they were like, "Ah!" and Sushong was like, "Eek!" and then she fell over.
Miss Sushang, can you get up? Aren't you getting cold?
Ugh. Me and my bestie got kicked out of the garden straight after. But did you see the key moment? It's called editing. I edited it. That way I can show what happened before and after. Anyway, the key moment was... It wasn't the Realm Keeping Commission or the Cloud Knights that came to deal with it. It was the judges from the Ten Lords Commission. You've been on the Cienjo for this long and you've never heard of the Ten Lords Commission? They're the most mysterious organization on the Cienjo. Their investigators always pop up out of nowhere, then disappear without a trace. If they show up, you know something serious is going down. In other words, something big must have happened in Fixtral Garden for them to show up. Possibly. But the judges kicked me and Sushang out of there straight away. It looked like they were setting something up in the garden before we left. There has to be a conspiracy. Oh, I mean, ghosts. Actually, do you have some free time? Do you want to explore Fixtral Garden together? Just the two of us? I guarantee you we're gonna reveal the truth this time. I knew it. This is what people like us live for. Let's go.
I don't believe
Need your extractor cleaned or your Starscape serviced?
It's so dark in here. It feels like we're being watched. Did anyone ever tell you the scary stories about Fixtral Garden? Sure. I guess now's not really a good time for stories. Don't worry. I can sum it up in a single sentence. Fixtral Garden used to be a garden delve, but people started coming here to mourn fallen Foxian fighters at the Foxen Tomb, and rumors spread that the garden was haunted. I know it's easy to cast doubt, but the Ten Lords Commission actually showed up this time. Speaking of which, we have to avoid running into the judges. If we get kicked out, it'll all be for nothing. Anyway, that's the background. Let's keep moving, and watch your step. Wait! Stop! There are 10 Lords Commission Spiritfarers on patrol. Let's go the other way. We'll head to the Foxen Tomb first, then cut through the Locufox Forest.
fruits of a long journey.
Whoa! This place feels pure evil. Time to get some footage.
In the name of a will forged in ice never falters!
In the mood for another beating?
I don't have time for games. Open sesame.
Seek and you shall receive. Torment and doubt, farewell.
Never seen perfection before. Expand your thinking.
That's all you got?
Is that all? In the name of a will forged in ice never falters!
Open sesame.
Seek and you shall receive. Serenity is before me.
I don't have time for games. Expand your thinking. Curious, endless riddles. Nothing but a void.
It's of no consequence.
That's all you got?
Never seen perfection before? Open sesame. Watch it crumble.
This mortal form will watch over you and guide you on your path.
Nice, like it, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
This ends here.
Step up, let's see it.
Expand your thinking.
Hope you're prepared. In the name of a will forged in ice never falters!
Open sesame.
Is that all?
Curious, endless riddles. Nothing but a void. Expand your thinking. Glimpse the unknown.
In the mood.
I've heard the call. Torment and doubt, farewell.
Open sesame.
This ends here. It'll heal. In the name of a will forged in ice never falters!
I don't have time for games. Expand your thinking.
Serenity is before me.
Nice, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
This mortal will watch over you and guide you on your path.
That's all you got? It ain't over.
Never seen perfection before? Open sesame. Curiosity. Endless riddles. Nothing but a void.
I'll overcome the torment and doubt, farewell.
I don't expand your thinking. Glimpse the unknown.
A melodious sound that soothes the soul. The fruits of a long journey.
Hey, it looks like there's someone up ahead.
Let's go around.
What's the matter? Sink into insanity. As you can see, I'm just a frail scholar. Look, the show has begun. With this divine power, I extract the world's purity to reforge all things! Straight to the soul. Look, the show has begun. With this divine power, I extract the world's purity to reforge all things! Sink into insanity. Look, with this divine power, I extract the world's purity to reforge all things!
There. Chin up, Pom-Pom. Don't be sad. Don't cry.
Wow. Your method of consolation is truly unsophisticated.
Still better than just standing there like a scarecrow. Oh, hey! You're finally back. We told Pom-Pom all about our adventure, and they suddenly started crying. I've never seen Pom-Pom so sad before.
The conductor never cries. Pom-Pom is never sad. Pom-Pom is just angry. Yeah, angry. No matter where the express stops, you lot always manage to cause chaos. My well-thought-out timetable completely ignored. If you carry on like this, the express is gonna run out of fuel. That's right. Pom-Pom is just angry. It's not because of Misha, Tiernan, Rosalina, and the rest.
It's okay. Oh, Pom-Pom, just let it all out. Everyone, could you all take a break in the next car? Don't worry. I'll stay here with Pom-Pom.
But...
Let's go, March.
It's okay. Oh, Pom-Pom, just let it all out.
I never expected Pom-Pom would be so distraught.
Those three nameless must have meant a lot to Pom-Pom.
No one knows exactly when Pom-Pom boarded the express, but one can surmise that their journey has been filled with many hellos and goodbyes. Probably more than we can imagine. The fact that they're crying so hard is probably a good sign. It proves that Pom-Pom's emotions haven't become dulled by the grind of time. They still deeply cherish every nameless who has boarded the express and value every journey shared with them. Leave it to Himiko. When it comes to comforting, there's no one better on the express. Well, they were a little emotional at the time, but I'm afraid that's not out of the question. Since you joined us, the express has stayed longer than anticipated at every stop along the way. And to ensure that everyone always makes it back on board, Pom-Pom has had no choice but to delay the warp jump schedule.
I see. No wonder I can regularly hear Pom-Pom pacing anxiously up and down the corridor.
Turns out Pom-Pom's been silently putting in a lot of work for us. Wow.
Different from typical vehicles, the Astral Express converts every trailblaze into the energy it needs to run. Ideally, as long as trailblazing expeditions continue without interruption, the Express will receive a constant flow of energy, much like a perpetual motion machine. But because of our previous encounters, fuel is being used up much faster than expected. We can probably only pull off 2 more warp jumps at most.
Only 2 more? Isn't that super risky? Oh, I don't want to become an ice cube floating around When you put it like that, it doesn't actually sound too bad. But I don't even want to become an adorable ice cube floating around in space again.
Which also means that we must prudently consider our next destination.
Yes, I've already checked the astral charts. The two nearest worlds to us are the oceanic planet of Lushaka and the agate world, Melustanen. As for which one we're headed to, that still requires a vote.
Or perhaps you might consider a suggestion. Everyone, we meet again.
It's you! Why were you just in my room?
It's a very cute room, Miss March. Just like you.
Memo Keeper, let's put aside how you managed to sneak past everyone and board the Express for now. You mentioned a suggestion.
I accidentally overheard how the Express obtains fuel. I just wanted to chat with everyone to see if we could work together. But now, it appears my suggestion could be the very lifeline that saves everyone.
Please speak candidly. Depending on what you say, we could very well ask you to disembark.
Ah, the Permanence's descendant. What a charming little dragon, especially with those mired memories of yours. But I digress. If the Astral Express is in urgent need of a special trailblazing expedition to recharge its engine, have you all considered this? Perhaps your destination could be a world that even the renowned Akivili never reached. Should you be able to lay down a new stretch of silver rail, the Express may never have to worry about energy ever again.
Trailblazing to a world that even Akivili has never been to? Is that possible?
Continue, Memo Keeper. This destination of which you speak, what sort of world is it?
A world that many across the universe don't even know exists. A world hidden away from outside observation. Its presence only revealed by the light from the mirror of the Garden of Recollection. A world fettered by 3 paths. Its destiny hanging in the balance. The eternal land, Amphorius. I hope I'm not too late, child.
I wasn't expecting it to be you.
Don't you know how many sentry posts the family has built? And how hard it is to get you out of here.
I wasn't expecting it to be you. Looks like my time's up.
What do you mean? What time?
Negotiation, interrogation, or death. My fate lies entirely in your hands, Lady Bonajade. The dance is done.
Why bother with the compassionate pretense and give someone who's about to die the chance to talk?
Despite your fall from grace, you still look well. I'm very glad to see that you're so full of verve.
Do not insult my pride with half-veiled sarcasm. Have you specially come to see me just to sate your vile vanity?
Oh, of course not. I merely came to fulfill your younger sister's wishes, to offer you a generous trade. That is, if you're willing to accept.
Robin?
To build a true haven where everyone can attain peace. That's the oath between you siblings, isn't it? If I told you there was still a chance to realize this vow, would you be willing to talk to me then? I recognize the gravity of this question, which is why you don't have to answer me right now. Go now. You are free, O Chosen One, who dare to exceed his bounds. Sever your wings, descend to the mortal realm, and walk their lands. See what this world is truly like.
Wo sind meine Kopfhörer?
Go now. You are free, O Chosen One, who dare to exceed his bounds. Sever your wings, descend to the mortal realm, and walk their lands. See what this world is truly like.
I will not accept your charity.
As I mentioned earlier, it's a trade, and you don't have to give me an answer right now. Rewards are not reaped in a day, and if there's one thing I'm best at, it's waiting. The sweet dream still continues, and the night is still long. You have plenty of time to contemplate your answer. Ah, a word of advice for you before we part ways. A word of warning from someone who's been in your shoes before. Life is too short to miss out on golden opportunities.
Warum sie? Digga, die ist eine Gefahr. Sparkle, aber kein Sampo. Wow. Reingeschissen.
Good morning. Is work going well today, Master Diviner?
I am extremely busy of late. If you have something to ask of me, do not delay. You were about to say something along the lines of, how did you know I wanted to ask something? But then you remembered who you were talking to and decided not to bother, correct? A face is not a reliable instrument of divination. On the contrary, I run a dozen hexagrams before I even get around to breakfast. The results are never far wrong. Today's divinations threw up some unexpected complications. The hexagrammatic position was facilitating between the water and heaven trigrams. The Matrix of Prescience gave the following interpretation. You will have 3 uninvited guests. This is ultimately auspicious.
Ultimately auspicious? Wow, sounds pretty good to me. Seems like we really were destined to meet today then. You know, I see you've been using the Matrix of Prescience to divine into Kafka's past. Well,
I see. You wish to use the Matrix to relive the past and awaken parts of your memory? Viable in principle, but whether the Matrix is truly capable of achieving this result remains to be seen.
I knew it. Things are never simple, are they?
Who said that? I didn't say it was impossible. I said it was viable in principle. There is a gap of 1,000,000 light years between impossibility and viability. I feel I must explain in detail the principles behind the Divination Commission's ultimate weapon to avoid any misunderstandings. The Matrix of Prescience does not allow one to remember anything. It merely collects data in order to infer past events, in the same way that future events are inferred. Just as Realm Keeping Commission officers collect forensic evidence to recreate the scene of a crime, there are materials from which we can infer the past. These may be items related to the experience, or memories of the people involved. Miss March's predicament is very different from Kafka's situation, because she doesn't remember what happened in her past. I am no medical professional, but fortunately I'm very fond of reading. We understand that there are 2 types of memory loss. One where the memories remain dormant, floating around in the unconsciousness unable to be awakened. And another that involves direct erasure of memories from the brain.
Who would do such a horrible, mean thing?
Why don't we try using the Matrix of Prescience to determine which situation pertains to Miss March? Let's begin then by preparing the requisite inference materials. Miss March, your memory is unreliable. To guarantee the Matrix's accuracy, you'll have to provide something related to your past experience. Anything will do. When you're ready, come and find me in the Matrix core.
The diviner said I need to provide something from my past experiences. What should it be? How about a Cienjo souvenir?
Never seen perfection before. Open sesame.
Seek and you shall receive.
This ends here. In the name of Len, a will forged in ice never falters!
don't have time for games. Open sesame.
Tormented. Now farewell. This mortal form. I will watch over you and guide you on your path.
Curiosity. Endless riddles. Nothing but a void.
A vast journey awaits.
Expand your thinking.
Seek and you shall receive.
This ends here.
Nice, my friends. Indulge yourselves! Is that all? Step up, let...
Open sesame.
It's of no consequence.
So, have you acquired something from your past? As a nameless, surely you must have souvenirs from your journeys that could evoke memories.
I've got lots. It's just, I don't know what to choose. Proof that I boarded the express. The conductor gave me this.
Memories from the Astral Express? That should do the trick. Something related to your work. Good.
So shiny and pretty. I picked up this little guy in Belobog's underworld. How could something so beautiful be unsafe?
I can understand a young girl's fondness for glittering gemstones.
One of my fondest memories on the Xianzhou.
No comment. I happen to prefer Star Taro bubble tea. Is that it? Miss March, are you not able to provide possessions from before you lost your memory?
Before I lost my memory? So, something I don't remember getting? Even then, I couldn't be sure it was from before I lost my memory, right?
It may be strange to you, but to infer the past, I need materials that were pertinent at that time. Could you try recalling some memories again?
From before the memory loss. Before the Express. I'm sorry, Master Diviner. When Himiko found me in the ice, I was stark naked, like a newborn baby. I didn't have any items with me. And before you ask, no, I don't have any of that ice lying around. It melted away not long after I was rescued. Oh yeah! You sure are a smart cookie. My six-phased ice ability must date from before the memory loss. Master Diviner, any ice I create should do, right?
It should indeed. I'll have someone place the material in the base of the terminal, the Matrix. Miss March, please position yourself in the Matrix core. We may begin our inference whenever you are ready. The Matrix has clear diagnostics. Miss March, are you ready yet?
I'm pretty sure I should be. Almost kinda ready to go.
Please be prepared. Not all memories are suitable for reawakening. People carry with them much pain and suffering. If you're not ready, we can pause the inference process. I would never wish for good intentions to result in harm.
I'm okay. Let's do it. Only way to find out is to give it a go.
Very well. I will soon connect you to the Matrix of Prescience Ultima, where the Matrix will read your memories and guide you back into your past. If you reach a block in your memory, the Matrix will use the data gathered to derive a scenario and construct a possible past for you.
Got it. Oh, can she join me too?
I'm sorry. That would be highly inadvisable. You form the nexus of the Matrix's inference. She would only introduce redundant data to the system. In other words, inside the memory palace that the Matrix constructs, the only person you'll be able to count on is yourself. Don't worry. I can communicate with you from outside the Matrix and manipulate the recollection process to a certain extent. Let's begin. The Matrix of Prescience has reconstructed your past. Before you is a space generated from the memories and items you provided as raw materials. Are you okay, Miss March?
I'm good. Everything seems normal.
You have a strong constitution. Most individuals feel nauseous after being presented with a dizzying excess of information provided by the Matrix.
I must be seeing things. Why are there two Fushens here?
Your eyes are working just fine. One of the Fushwens is a projection of me which allows us to communicate with each other at all times. The other Fushuen indicates that I existed during this part of your experience.
What experience is this? It looks like the healer's market.
Unless I'm mistaken, this must be the time we broke into the Alchemy Commission.
Really? That can't be right. I remember there were lots of Cloud Knights in the plaza.
Well, this is just a Matrix inference, remember? Distortions are possible. Although the scale of this distortion is surprising. Try communicating with the Fu Xuan you see over there. We should hear what the Master Diviner has to say. Where do you think you're going? I haven't finished instructing you. Running around in the memory space without understanding its basic functions can cause permanent damage. Infallible. Infallible.
Miss Fu Xuan, is that you?
Wrong, Fu Xuan. Talk to the other one.
Miss Fu Xuan, is that you?
If we want to resolve the Stellaron crisis, we must refine the question. What is the crux of the problem? Generally, it is believed that when one seizes on the crux of a problem, the problem will split open like bamboo on the edge of a knife. Nobody could have foreseen the catalyzing effect of the Stellaron on the Ambrosial Arbor. As the ancients said, blessings bring about misfortune and vice versa. Nature has its own algorithm, and it is precisely when fate wins betwixt blessing and misfortune that I, a Master Diviner of masterful proportions, am called on to save the people of the Luofu.
What the heck is she talking about? Master Diviner, did you actually say that at the time? I can't remember.
It would appear that in Miss March's estimation, I'm somewhat of a blabbermouth.
No. I've always seen you as, masterful Master Diviner.
Despite the obvious distortions in this experience, the base materials from which it is composed are taken from your actual memory. There is no falsehood here. In other words, your subconscious mind thinks that I talk in tongue twisters.
It's mainly just that I, can't always comprehend the lofty ideals and, principles you discuss.
Forget it. Now is not the time for losing one's temper. If the inferred experience is distorted, we should focus on filtering out each distortion one by one. Otherwise, we won't be able to trace your memories back any further.
This is getting a little complicated. Is there a simpler explanation?
Draw your bow and fire an arrow at that Fu Xuan. A quick divination. Together as one.
It'll heal.
All things in this world have their laws. Yet stratagems, constellations, are human creations!
I've heard the call. This ends here.
I see through you.
In the mood for another beating?
I'll overcome the Thopa. This trial
A
is
quick
fitting.
divination. Together as one!
So, you in the mood for another beating? Let's kick things off with you!
I see through you. With all my power, scry the future!
That freaked me out. I don't like people suddenly deciding to fight me. Now, let's see who's here. Ting Yun, Welt, General Jing Yuan, and also her. I don't have to fight all of them, right? The Master Diviner was easy peasy, but I don't think I could take General Jing Yuan.
Easy peasy? The interference factor creating the distortion here should only have one source. That is, the person present who shouldn't be.
So I have to pick someone and clear them of interference?
Exactly. My projection will disappear for the moment so as to not cloud your judgment. If you can hear my voice, then it means I'm watching over you.
You're the best, Master Diviner.
I hope the best version of me can overwrite the gloriously absurd version that lives in your subconsciousness.
The person present who shouldn't be. Who could that be?
Mountain and marsh from top to bottom. The third to last line means... someone's slacking off right now.